It's a hot topic, y'all. So we're gonna talk about citizenship in Benin Republic. Y'all join me. Okay, let's get into it. So yes, as previously stated, Benin Republic is the only African country that is offering citizenship and has made it a constitutional law. It is the only country. And so I went deep diving into it, which led to a partnership between myself and the lead agency here locally that participated in the pilot program for citizenship and worked directly with the government. And so what we talked about was that the African American diaspora audience is a very unique group with its own sort of set of nuances that needs someone who really understands that. This is a French-speaking country. Most people here do not speak English. And of those few that do, most of them have not been to America. So we decided that it would be a great partnership to come together so that you guys would have someone that understands your voice, understands your needs, understands the systems in America to talk you through the things that you need to be ready to have a good packet to submit for citizenship. So, yes, it is true, Benin Republic is offering citizenship to all Afro-Descendants that are a descendant of the slave trade. This is groundbreaking. This is specific to those of us who are descendant from the slave trade. Now, before somebody jumps on here and starts talking about, we ain't from blah, 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 maybe you're not, but I am. And there are those of us who are. We have our results, we have our family lineage, or we have our DNA test, we have our bloodline. My blood is 100% African. My DNA is 100, not a portion of this, a little of that. I actually asked for a gift for one of my birthday presents from my mom because I wanted to trace down our family legacy. And so I received as a birthday gift that expensive test, the one that is the higher priced one, but it's an excellent test. I highly recommend it. Okay, and so I came I came to the continent in 2020 with my DNA test results because that was something that mattered to me. So if you are a descendant of any sub-Saharan African country, you can get citizenship in Benin Republic. Okay? It's an incredible program. It's very straightforward. It is very restorative. It is also transferable to your children and so forth. So it really is, when I say it's restorative, it is really bringing us back to our heritage, our legacy. It is also, in some ways, Benin Republic's way of acknowledging their past. So if we were to have a conversation about this thing that we discuss a lot in America as Black Americans, reparations, I would say that this law absolutely falls in the realm of reparations for us, because it is, for those of us who know that we are descendant of Africans who were stolen from this continent, this is restoring us back to our heritage. So shout out to Benin Republic. I also want to give you guys a little bit of information as to why you need to work through an agency and tell you about my business as well, because they're two separate things. And I want to be very, very clear about that, because in honoring the transitions that are being made here in Benin Republic. This president has done an amazing job at turning this country around and turning specifically Cotonou, where I live, into a world-class city. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, it's clean, it's organized, it's structured. And they've done a lot to do away with corruption, even the perception of corruption. So this is what leads me into telling you about why you should work through an agency as it pertains to citizenship, okay? You are talking about citizenship in a completely different country. This is international. You have to have your documents, your sensitive documents, right? To prove who you are and why you should be granted citizenship. But these are not things that you just want to be sticking out there in the mail all willy-nilly and going to anybody unknown. You understand? You need to have a chain of custody for your documents. You need to have a traceable means of where you've sent your money to, okay? It was very important to me to be connected in an official capacity, contracted in an official capacity, so that you would know that I've been vetted, that I have been researched, background checked, all of those things in order to be able to give this information to you accurately and in order to be able to assist you. Okay, so the two things that are happening here is that, number one, I am partnered with the agency to help you process your citizenship applications. Why do you need an agency? Because you want to have someone that you know that you can contact directly, someone that is responsible for your paperwork, someone that is responsible for getting everything filed, that there is an attorney on board that is reviewing your documents and making certain that everything is up to par, right? That's why you should work through an agency. I've had people tell me that they've tried to do it themselves and their packet is sitting somewhere because they had no chain of custody. They just went online and tried to follow the instructions and send things through directly to what they believe is the contact address, and it ended up sitting there. And they're still going to have to come through the agency and start all over again because there was no actual person or responsible party on the other end that they knew of. You really should have a direct contact, right? It's kind of like in the US, if you have things very, very simple enough, you could file your own taxes. But if you've got more than a few things and you are at a different level, you probably don't want to file your own taxes. You need to go to someone and have your taxes filed, right? There are some things that though you could do them yourselves, it's not advisable. You really would have a better result if you go through an agency. This is someone who can take things directly through, get things filed properly. Okay, so here's how this works. I also have my own business, a concierge business, where I assist those who want to either visit for some time or actually relocate, move to Benin Republic, right? I'm going to first off counsel you, give you a consultation, find out all the ins and outs, the needs of your family, what your concerns are, if you have any special things, if you have any questions. These are the things that I do in my private business, the curated life, right? It just so happens that when you come on board to do your citizenship, you also have me because I am partnered with that agency, right? So you could choose to do any of it yourself. I don't know if you can, I think you could probably try and file your citizenship application on your own, but I wouldn't advise it because it's a French-speaking country. And when I went through my residency, they're very strict. It's a very straightforward program, but they're very strict about things being as they're supposed to be. As I said, this place is very structured, very organized. So if they say this, and this, they don't vary from it. They mean this and this and this, not anything else. There was a lady at the residency appointment. I thought she was being a little bit mean to me. She was strict on the photocopies and what she needed photocopies of. I thought the lady was picking on me, but she wasn't picking on me. 5 other people came behind me and they didn't have all the photocopies they needed either, and she gave them the same hard line because that's the way it is. Right? And so I was like, oh, it's not me. She means business. But this is the way things are. Also, when you try to do it yourself, you cannot just contact people and ask them questions here. They're not allowed. When you get into the official offices, because there cannot be any sort of even appearance of favoritism, corruption, any of those things, they are not allowed. You have to go through somebody who is specifically designated to answer your questions, talk to you, advise you, but the people in the actual offices, they're not allowed to do that. You can't give them any tip, you can't give them any cash, you cannot. You must go through the official channels. Payments must be made through trackable electronic means only. That's it. Okay? So these are some of the reasons why you want to go through an agency and not try to do things on your own. Okay? Now, how this citizenship process works is that first you would pay the agency to come on as a client. That's number one. Now we start working with your documents, going through the list. I'm advising you, talking to you about what things meet those qualifications and helping you compile your packet. When your packet is sent here to us, then my colleagues will review. They will send it, they will give it over to the attorney who will review and will decide that everything is proper and you are ready for your packet to be filed. Okay? So then once you're ready to go through the filing, you'll be notified to make payment for your actual citizenship application. You'll make the payment for that, and then your packet will be processed and approved. Once you're approved, you are granted a provisional citizenship, okay? That provisional citizenship is good until you come to Benin. You have up to 3 years from the time you are granted your provisional citizenship. You have up to 3 years to present yourself in person in Benin Republic to meet the residency requirement. You must stay here for a few days to meet that residency requirement. At such time, your provisional citizenship will be converted over to a permanent citizenship, and you will be granted your passport. Okay? Now, what are the benefits of citizenship to an African country? Well, you can travel throughout Africa much more freely with an African passport than you can with an American passport. You're gonna not pay these visa fees. You're gonna pay less even for your residency in some countries, even if you're not living in Benin. Once you have an African passport and you decide to have residency even in another African country, you're going to pay far less in your annual residency fees, okay? The next thing, the next benefit is that you're going to cross borders much more freely. If you want to travel and see Africa, having an African passport is going to get you across these borders a lot easier and a lot cheaper, because you do not have to pay visa fees. You do not have to have a visa. Nobody wants to tell you, everybody wants to, oh, America, America, America. America is a strong passport, but it does not give you the best benefit everywhere in the world. You should know that. So if you're traveling to the UK, then your American passport is going to benefit you, because you can travel there visa free. But you cannot travel visa free on the continent in most places. I believe that Americans can go to South Africa visa free, but there's no place else on the continent that you can go visa free with your American passport. So if you have an African passport, you are able to travel much more freely. Okay, so just to reiterate, there are two things, right? There is my private service, which is the curated life. That is where I actually work directly with you to plan your exit strategy, talk to you about what you need for yourself and your family to make this transition and move out of the country, what things you should bring with you and what things don't you need to worry about, whether to ship your goods or not ship your goods, right? All of these different things, right? How you access your money. I even do some coaching with people about transitioning some of their current business or professional experience into digital products that allow you to have some transition there, so that you have some e-commerce and the ability to work online. These are things that I do through my personal business, The Curated Life. I have very nominal fees compared to what a lot of the folks out there are doing. I don't need you to join a club. You don't have to have a membership, any of those things. I cover my basic costs. I believe that I prosper when I help a lot of people. So I'm not trying to get rich off of any one person. I want to help people. But I also need to cover my time and be respected for what I do, basically. So I will put links for you to access the Curated Life. And if you'd like to book an appointment with me to get your, to start working on your exit strategy and your plan, and even possibly your relocation services, I'm happy to do that. Those of you that want to go directly into your citizenship process and apply for citizenship, I can also, if you email me directly, I will send you the information to go ahead and pay your agency fee. You must pay your agency fee, and then we will begin to work directly with you to get your packet put together. Your agency fee is all you have to pay right now up front. And then when everything is ready for the filing, then you would pay your actual citizenship application fee. Okay? So if you have questions, email me. I'll put everything in the description box. You can email me and we can take it from there. Okay? Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you for supporting the channel. Share this video. Make it go viral, guys. Let's get the word out, because this is really groundbreaking. And there is no other country besides Benin Republic that is offering this type of citizenship right now. The others are not the same. Not knocking them, they're just not the same. Okay? Talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe.